The song "Cool Like That" um, is really one of my favorite Mercy songs. There's a lot of reasons for that. Like Revolution, it's one of the earliest songs that became a part of our community. Like Revolution, again, it is kind of an anthem that if you hear it, it really says a lot about who we are, and it somehow just projects the essence of this community. And also, it was written by a dear friend, Adam Shapiro, who is now deceased, but worshiped with us for a long time. He was a Jewish man who was engaging his faith after spending a lot of his life in a more secular environment. And he would go to Shabbat on the Sabbath and worship with us on Sunday, and was constantly seeing ways to try to blend those two communities together. He always struggled with the idea of faith, but I tell you, when you love people and you work for justice, as Adam did for so long, when you share so deeply in community and you're constantly questioning, and I think that was the thing for Adam. He thought, well, how does faith and all the questions that I have go together? But I promise you, faith and questions go together well. Adam was always the first one in any Bible study to raise his hand and say, hey, I've got a question about that, because we do kind of a conversational Bible study. And Adam wrote this song. And in addition to all those beautiful characteristics of Adam as a human being, he was a really gifted singer, and guitar player. And he could do, and to me this is a high compliment, he could cover Johnny Cash, and he sounded great. Johnny Cash is someone that you don't try to cover if you're smart, because he does it so well. And Adam had the ability to kind of project with that baritone, and man, it was amazing. Interesting thing, he could cover a lot of songs, sang a lot of songs, a lot of protest songs. He worked in the workers' movement in a variety of ways, hosted a radio show, did so many different kinds of things, but had never written his own song. And, until being in our community, and he wrote this song, the only song that he ever wrote. And the story behind it is also something that I love about the song, because if you don't know much about our community, we're a little crazy. We have a lot of fun. We love to joke. We love to laugh. And one day I don't even know where it came from, but we were just playing around, and someone would do something and we would say, you're cool like that. And someone else would do something and say, it's because you're cool like that. And Adam was sitting on the pew. I remember it as if it was yesterday. He was sitting on the pew, and we'd finish lunch, and literally you hear the lyrics of the song. Lunchtime's over, it's cleanup time. So like we're running around and we're laughing, we're having fun as we do these chores of community, these chores that go with justice, right? And he's sitting there, and he's observing everything that's taking place and participating in the laughter, and this song just develops out of him. And to me, the song is a beatitude. A beatitude is a blessing, right? To bless is to say something good about somebody, to say something good over someone or over a community. And he essentially is saying, look, if you're practicing mercy, if you're working for justice, you're blessed. Or, in mercy parlance, you're cool like that. Again, this is one of those songs that if you've ever been a part of our community or just visited, you probably have heard it. Because again, it's just one of those songs that's fun to sing. It's a beautiful song. I don't do it justice. I rock it up more than Adam would, but it's just a song that speaks to the heart of this community, the heart of practicing mercy, the heart of being located on the streets. You know, if Jesus were out on Ponce de Leon, that's the main street that runs by our community. If Jesus were out on Ponce de Leon, he'd say, keep on singing those freedom songs. And that's what Adam Shapiro did. Adam's got the line in there, if you want a revolution, respect your sister and your brother too. This idea that the revolution of God's love, change that we seek in the world, is built in respect. It's built in honoring the inherent dignity of each and every human being. That's where the change begins. That's where the revolution starts. And so catch-up corner. Catch-up corner is where a lot of us wait as day laborers looking for work. It's typically outside of Home Depot. It's one of the areas in our community, one of the places where we go down to share lunch. And as Adam says, it's the kind of love you can't buy in a store. This kind of love that creates community, this kind of love that creates justice, this kind of love that leads us to make peace in the midst of violence and brokenness. You can't buy. It doesn't come with something that money can purchase, but it's something to be freely received in the joy and the laughter of community. And if you do, you're cool like that.